Welcome to another episode of the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. I am Master G, your host for today. Little Fitz, I'll show you. This is my little buddy. He's over there on the couch chewing on his little dog stuffed animal. Fitz, look over here, buddy. Yeah, that's Fitz, my co-host, my loyal man's best friend over there, getting ready to play some Nintendo games with us today. I think he'll be sitting on his side of the couch though. He's pretty amped about his new stuffed animal that he got. I let him have it out of his crate where he normally sleeps. That's his like bedtime stuffed animal. He was getting a little crazy today and biting my toes while we were getting ready for the show. So what do you need to know about the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G? Here, we tape episodes where we feature video games from the 80s and 90s, specifically games that came out on the original Nintendo console. We play these games live on the show, original cartridges, 30 years old, sometimes older, on original hardware for you to see and get a taste for the first time. We tape all the episodes live. We start with about 30 minutes where we take a look at the manuals, the box art, talk a little bit about collecting, a little bit about nostalgia from our youth and playing these games when we were kids. And then we take a short break. We dive into the gameplay for about an hour usually. A lot of times it's nearly the first time I've played some of these games, you know. I've gotten into collecting as an adult now that I have more time and more money. But I also have a day job that is incredibly demanding and very stressful, and I found I had acquired several hundred games in the NES library, and I had never played any of them. And I thought, you know what, we're going to fix that. We're going to put together a show, we'll call it the Happy Hour, we'll do it after work every day to help me unwind, decompress from a long day at the office. This will give me a chance to play all these NES games I've been collecting, many of which I did not hear of when I was a kid and never rented from the video game stores. One thing we always like to do on the show to keep it the happy hour theme is come up with a specialty designed cocktail recipe brought to you by a loyal fan of the show, Paraplui. You might see her popping into the chat from time to time. She helps us by putting together these recipes based on games we feature on the show. And today is no exception. We got a great drink planned for you that fits very nicely with the game you see behind me. This one over here, ice hockey. It's a fantastic little cocktail. We'll get to the recipe and help you whip one of those up for yourselves in just a minute. After we're done with that hour of gameplay, we close every segment with a bar trivia challenge to keep with the happy hour theme. This is one of my favorite things to prepare for the show because I get to scour the internet for very difficult questions, trivia-related questions about different things I can connect to the game or the show. I have a lot of fun. I've heard from our fans that they have a lot of fun playing along at home, so we'll get to that at the end. So yeah, if you're watching live, we thank you, Fitz and Master G. We both thank you very much for joining us live. If you're watching this video up on the YouTube after it's been taped, you should know that we do not make any editing. I believe it is important to tape these episodes live where anything can happen, and I'm on the spot, and I don't prepare much for them. Sometimes the games glitch out, all sorts of crazy things can happen, but we tape them live. I put the videos up on YouTube exactly as they aired live because I think it's all about that experience. You're getting to play these games with me. As if you were here, and we're not good at most of them. We're not going to beat many of them. We're not going to be doing speed runs. We're going to take a look at the box, the manual. We'll play the game as if it's the first time, and hopefully you can relive some of those childhood memories that you might hold dear about playing old Nintendo games in the 80s and 90s. At least that's my hope. So, without further ado, like I said, let's get into it with the cocktail of the day, which we have called the Miracle on Ice. This is a familiar cocktail recipe. It's a take on the classic White Russian. Clearly, Paraplui, our mixologist in-house here, must have been a fan of the Russians because she might not know this, but the Americans actually beat the Russians. That was the Miracle on Ice. But nonetheless, we featured a Russian-themed drink today called the Miracle on Ice, and it is essentially equal parts vodka and bourbon, half alcohol and half cream, with a cherry on top, which I'm losing. Uh-oh, Fitz is coming over here. Do you see him? He's creeping. He thinks I'm going to give him some of this. There's a cherry in there somewhere. Maybe you'll see it on the side. It must have fell down below the ice, but if you like White Russians, it's a very tasty one, and one you should make for yourself. It's actually pretty easy to make too. If you just want to whip up a White Russian, you can do that as well if you got the ingredients there. But there's the recipe: 1.5 ounce vodka, 1.5 ounce bourbon, 3 ounces cream, serve over ice, and garnish with a cherry. It's a tasty one, and one I will be enjoying as we play today, provided Fitz does not stay perched behind me on that NES console, threatening to knock my drink over at any moment. At any moment. There it is. I knew it was coming. All right. That being said, though, I would be remiss if I did not state that Fitz and Master G do not condone underage drinking. We know that some of you loyal fans of our show are not of legal drinking age, and I know you'll be watching these videos on YouTube. We do not support or condone underage drinking. So if you are not of legal drinking age, wherever you may reside, do not whip yourself up one of those cocktails. It is a stiff one, and it's not good for you. But fortunate for you, Season 2, we feature a non-alcoholic cocktail alternative called the Lemony Gamer, which is essentially like a fizzy cherry lemonade that you can actually whip up yourself. You get yourself a cup, fill it up with ice, fill it up then halfway with lemonade, and then fill up the rest of the cup with seltzer. That'll give it the bubbly effervescence. And then what you're going to want to do is get your hands on some grenadine, which is like a really sweet, sugary cherry syrup. It's bright red. You get a tablespoon of that and just pour it over the top. It falls down to the bottom, makes a nice reddish yellow, layered drink like you see in the picture there. It's very tasty. It's very refreshing, and it's fun to make. So obviously, that's a drink that Fitz approves of if you are not of legal drinking age. And non-alcoholic cocktail alternatives are just as fun to make. It's as much about dreaming up the recipes as it is about drinking them, let's be honest. I feature a completely different cocktail literally every time we air an episode of the show. So I hope you understand that I am not just passionate about video games, but I'm a very creative person, and we're very creative here on the show. I like to make all this artwork. We like to put together the recipes. We like to make the drinks, in addition to playing the games and doing the bar trivia challenge at the end. So that being said, I think we're about ready to get into it with the box art and the manual. Nothing too crazy going on with this box art. Pretty standard sports game on the NES. I know on yesterday's show I couldn't think if we had ever featured a sports game before, but after I said I don't think we had, I remembered we did. We played Baseball Stars in Season 1, which is a fantastic baseball game. The very first sports game, I think, to feature a franchise mode and a save state. It was as much about managing a team from game to game and season to season as it was about the baseball side of the game. And that game came out on the original Nintendo, the predecessor to franchise mode. This game, to my knowledge, does not feature any such franchise mode. I think this game is probably a bit oversimplified for a hockey game, but I've also heard it might be one of the better ones on the NES console, because there were a few, and I've heard most of them are pretty bad or pretty difficult or pretty broken. But I think this one's a lot of fun. I think it's generally well received, but it's not one that I played when I was a kid. Interestingly enough, I did play hockey video games as a kid with a certain family member of mine, a cousin I had, who was also a fan of the show. We actually played on the Sega, though, so we had some NHL games. We played 4-player on the Sega Genesis, and I spent tons of time playing hockey sports games on that console in particular. And even though I never played a hockey sports game on the NES, I'm pumped to play this one with you guys today. Let me read the back for you. Ice hockey, fast-paced action at the drop of the puck. This is international ice hockey, in case you're wondering. There's no licensed NHL teams or anything like that. You have 6 countries: USA, Sweden, Poland, Canada, URS, and TCH. I can only assume URS is Russia, the Soviets, of course, and Soviet Russia, that's right. And TCH, what would TCH be? I don't know. I'm sure it's in the manual, but we'll figure out what that sixth country is. There's different speed levels you can see in this screenshot there. You know, there's one there. I'll see if I can get it closer for you. Different speed levels, right, and times for the periods. But it basically says it's fast, skating, hip, checking, high, scoring action. Lead your team into center ice over the opponent's blue line. Over the opponent's blue. You know, that just reminds me, the younger Master G never could quite figure out offsides and was constantly offsides whenever we played hockey video games. Fortunately, as an adult, I've learned how to stay on sides and how to not get called for offsides all the time. So hopefully it won't happen much today. Pass over to the point. Set up for the tip-in. Score. Choose a country for you and your opponent. Select a level of play and face off at center ice to become the top goal scorer in Nintendo's ice hockey. Get charged with a penalty and test your defense. Tack on a power play and use your puck handling skills to catch your opponents off guard. Either way, you can become a superstar in the League of Nintendo Ice Hockey. I love that. I don't think it's Nintendo characters, but now that I'm reading that, doesn't it kind of make sense to you guys that Nintendo would have had like a hockey game? I mean, they have Mario Tennis and Mario Golf. Mario Hockey would have been awesome. Does something like that exist? I don't know. I haven't kept up to date with like the current trends in video games. Nintendo, if you're listening and that doesn't exist, I think you missed out there. I'm just saying. I would have loved to play like Nintendo or Mario Hockey with like Mario and Luigi and all the characters on a 5-on-5 hockey match. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? I'm not crazy. That would be awesome. All right. Let's take a look at the manual. It's a short one, fortunately. Like I said, this is simple. It's an ice hockey game. It's fairly generic, and I think that works for it. If I'm not mistaken, I did test this out just briefly to make sure I wouldn't completely embarrass myself, and I think you know, the Nintendo wasn't as far ahead as the Super Nintendo and Sega, obviously, and you know, it's probably best to keep it simple and not overcomplicate it since you have some hardware limitations, and you know, I think they did that with this game. So let's dive into the manual here. I'm going to pop that up on the screen for y'all. And yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shadow. It's nice to see you again. Thanks for the host. I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it here on the show. Little Fitz didn't hear that because I can only hear the thing in my earpiece, but little Fitzy's here sleeping in my lap, my puppy there. All right, let's look at the manual together. This is the Ice Hockey Manual. Like I said, it's a short one today. It's got that Nintendo seal of quality, great sign. Object of the game, game description. That's actually exactly what's written on the back. So I basically just read that to you, except for that last sentence. From there on out, it's nonstop mayhem on the ice, a battle to the end. Will you be the champion? Precautions, controller parts. I don't know why they feel the need to like name the controller parts in every single manual, but they do. Whatever. All right, let's go back one. Start button during the demonstration to display the game menu. Then use up and down and select to pick one player game. We're just going to do one player today, but it's always fun to play these sports games with friends. Unfortunately, I don't have anyone I can play with today because Little Fitz is a dog. My co-host. He's not a person. Game menu, ice hockey, and selections. So yeah, not very colorful. And as you can see, this awesome manual, because I will never feature a game on the show where I do not also own the original manual in my collection. And I love when manuals are not in mint condition. A lot of diehard collectors want those mint condition things. I'm not one of them. I love ones that have the previous owner's notes, where they wrote passwords, where they wrote where secrets were. I love that kind of thing. This manual looks like it was dipped in water at some point and then grew a bunch of mold in the paper and then was subsequently dried out. So yes, what you're seeing on your screen is what's right here in front of me and is probably infecting my lungs with black mold as we speak. It actually gets worse as we get further into this manual. I'll try not to breathe it in, but I think you guys at home, you're safe in this case. Um, yeah, so you pick from 1 of 6 countries. So URS is the Soviet Union. Oh, TSH. I think it was TCH on the box, but that's the Czechoslovakia. I almost said the Czech Republic. A lot has changed in 30 years. The Soviet Union no longer exists, obviously, and the Czech Republic and Slovakia both exist. But yeah, there you go. Your 6 countries you can pick from. Interestingly, in the Japanese version of this game, they decided to swap out Sweden and instead insert Japan there instead of Sweden as one of the 6 countries. We'll be playing the North America version, not the Japanese Famicom cartridge today. So 1-player game. 1 is your team, 2 is the opponent's team. Choose the speed of the game. We'll start out on 1 just to see what it's like. And then you can select the time for each period of play. I mean, we might just bump that up to 15 minutes. I mean, we have it. Maybe we'll start out with 7 just to get warmed up, and then we'll make it more like a real game, see if we can get a real one in. Here you pick your team's formation by selecting the physical features of your 4 players. That's a neat trait of this game. You get to customize your squad, right? You don't have too much variation with your squad customization. But yeah, you have only 4 players, I guess, instead of 5 and a goalie. That's interesting. I didn't realize that, but it looks like that's true. Each time you press the A button, the features change for the player with the flashing number. Use the control pad, move player to player. You got thin players, ordinary players, stocky players. Look at this guy. Yeah, you got this skinny guy with his giant nose. You got the normal sprite, and then you got this guy. This is the stocky player. He looks to be bursting out of his uniform there. Think carefully about the team formation you want. Okay, and this is important in this game. The skinny guy, he can stick real fast, but he's very weak, right? His shooting strength is very weak. He can't hit the puck very hard. His body checking is feeble, so he is really kind of pathetic, I think. I think you definitely want the stocky player in this game, for sure. At least that's what I hear. He's pretty good at face-off, and he's just fast, right? So he's faster than everyone else, but he sucks at everything besides moving fast. The average guy is just average in all areas, and then the big dude, he's very slow, but he can crush it when he shoots. He's really strong checking, and he's not good at the face-off, so you definitely don't want him in the face-off. But really, I think I'm gonna go like, I don't know, maybe I'll go 1 fast guy, 1 average guy, 2 of the stocky guys. I'm not sure. I'll think about it. All right. I think we skipped one. There we go. Once you decided the formation, go to N, so you can choose where they are. The face-off guy, the 2. It's not really like real hockey because obviously there's 5. There's 2 defensemen. But it looks like there's 1 defenseman, 2 mids, and then 1 guy that takes the face-off. He's probably forward equivalent, right? Since you don't have like wingers or yeah, I mean it's a little different. It looks like it's just 1 defenseman. That's the difference. Players 1 and 3 specialize mainly in defense. Well, I want the stocky guy to be defense. No, I guess maybe I want the average guy to be defense. Man, I'll have to think about this now that I'm faced with this formation. I don't know what the right lineup is. Players 2 and 4 are on offense, 1 and 3 are on defense, though, and 1 is the guy that takes the face off. Yeah. When play begins, the players that are flashing can be controlled directly. I don't know how to switch players. We'll just figure that one out as we go. Game screen, you got your flags for each team. Oh, it just shows you what everything is. I mean, if you're unfamiliar with hockey, I don't think this is the time or place to teach you hockey. Basically, we're on ice. There's a goal. You're trying to get the puck in the goal. Everybody's skating around like crazy, hitting each other and shooting. That's basically how this game's going to go for you watching at home today. All right, controller operations. So, movement with the D-pad, B button shoots, A button passes and puck battles. So if you want to steal, I guess. On defense, you have to control the goalkeeper. Do I have to, or can I just leave it up to the computer? That's interesting. B changes your players, switching to the one nearest to the puck. That's great. Fantastic. And strengthening defense in front of the goal. Okay. A, attack. Oh, A is checking. So you can fight in this game, by the way. I think you can body check and battle for the puck on defense. I think there's fighting in this game. Maybe I'm wrong. B button playing technique. So shoot by pressing and holding the B button. The longer you hold it down when you release it, the harder your slap shot is. So you remember that. Fake shots. If you just tap the B button, your guy fakes a shot. Right? That's awesome. Working that into an old NES game. Player changing. That's pretty straightforward. That's standard for sports games. Strengthening defense. When the B button is pressed continuously. Oh, okay. So if I want everybody to run back and stand in front of the goal, I guess I just button mash B. I don't know. That's interesting. All right. Rules of the ice. So icing the puck. You shoot the puck from a position behind the blue center line past the opposing team's goal line, and an opposing player other than the goalkeeper is the first one to touch it. That's icing. We'll probably get called for that at least once. But, icing is what it is. Move from the fight mode to a power play. So players battle for the puck by repeatedly pressing the A button. If the battle takes too long, though, surrounding players crowd in and start fighting. When this happens, a player from one of the teams is given a penalty and put in the penalty box. An attack by the team with more players is then called a power play. Right, power play, 4-on-3 in this case, because they're not 5-on-5 to start in this game, it would seem. Yeah. Pressing the A button repeatedly makes it easier to capture the puck and also makes it more difficult to be penalized. Team that starts the puck battle is more frequently subject to unfavorable referee decisions. Interesting. So you're more likely to get the penalty if you start the fight. Seems pretty straightforward, right? If you defeat all the challenging countries at speed 5, you're given the ability to change the members of your opponent's team on the lineup screen. Perfect your flip shooting. When you've stored up enough power at the B button, you'll be ready to flip shoot. This technique lets you flip pucks right through the sticks of approaching opponents. Interesting. So if you're able to power up your shot by holding the B button long enough, your shot will go through sticks that might be in the way. Interesting. All right, we'll see if we can figure that out. I mean, I think it'll be kind of frenzied. Like the pace will be kind of fast, so probably not going to be thinking too hard about all that, but maybe it'll come to me while we're playing. And that's it, folks. Compliance, and then a spot for memos, which unfortunately the previous owner of this manual did not write anything down, which would have been awesome to see. I love seeing people who write their names or initials or high scores or, I don't know, something about their little brothers or sisters sucking at the game. That's always fun to see, but unfortunately I don't have anything written in this manual, and a 90-day limited warranty, and then the back cover. So that is ice hockey on the NES. I am happy to have shared the manual and all the art with you guys at home. We are going to take a short break before we get into the gameplay. We always do. We take a 3-minute commercial break. You can make yourself a drink, either our non-alcoholic cocktail or the one I have here in my hand, which we're calling the Miracle on Ice. And once you do, get yourself some snacks, use the bathroom if you have to, and get back on that couch or at that desk, wherever you're watching the show today, and settle in, because when we get back from this break, we will go live with ice hockey on the original NES cartridge and the original NES console behind me. We'll play it for you on stream, and we're going to have a great time as we do it. So we'll see you in a short 3 minutes. All right, folks, we're back. The NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G about to go live with ice hockey on the NES. Are you ready? I'm going to push that button. We're going to get into it. There we go. First try. Be very careful. Fitz, my co-host, my Boston Terrier, is asleep on my lap right here, so I want to be sure not to wake him up. All right, see, so this is cute, right? Cutesy animations. I kind of like it. It's kind of nice. Like, it's not too fast. Doesn't seem like it'd be too hard to control. Look at that guy. Nice hard slap shot. All right, let's get into it. One-player game. Should it be USA, Sweden, Poland, Canada, the Soviets, or Czechoslovakia? Because it's still Czechoslovakia. What do you guys think? Any votes? Do we have any Canadians in the house? Too bad, because I'm not being Canada. Any Russians? No. We don't want to be the Soviets. Polish, Swedish, Czech? Anyone? Anyone at home? What's the vote? Let's go USA then. Who should we play against? Obviously the Soviets. I'll bet they're gonna be really good though. Alright. I said we'll start with speed 1 just to get warmed up. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start there. And then we'll just start short 7-minute periods. Alright, so I don't know. I don't think I want the big guy is slow. Yeah, I don't know. I think I want another big guy. Yeah, this will work. We'll go 2 big guys, 1 skinny fast guy, and 1 average guy. 1 and 3 are defense. 2 and 4 are offense. The big guy can shoot a lot harder, and he's just all around a lot better. So I think, you know, you want to stay away from the skinny guys, I think. They're fast, but they're no good at anything else. Unfortunately, I'm a skinny guy, but I'll accept that I probably would not be good at hockey. You need to be big. You need to be a big dude for hockey, right? Alright, let's go. Alright, getting into it here. Ready? Oh, I just got knocked down. Oh, am I controlling the goal? Oh no, I have to control the goalie? You don't have an option here, guys. You have to control the goalie. Oh, that's no good. I gotta think about that next time. I didn't realize I had to be the goalie every time he's on screen. Oh yeah, I do. Alright, I got away from him. Ah. Oh, that's tricky. It's just every time the goalie's on screen, you have to control him. I'm gonna have to, every time it's on my side of the ice, I'm just gonna be looking at the goalie. That was a good slap shot though, right? Oh man. Oh! See what I mean? I'm not controlling the goalie, I'm controlling the other guy, but you're also always controlling the goalie too. Oh, this is tough. That's gonna take some getting used to, I think. Remember to button mash B, everybody runs back on defense. That's good. Ah! I thought that was my shot. I thought I was going to score there. Oh, your skinny guy's not gonna... Oh, goalie, what are you doing? You gave it right to him. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, we're getting stomped here. Oh, I just got checked. Pick it up, pick it up! Ah! Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! You want out, Fitzy? Alright, we gotta let Fitz out for a minute. He needs a break. Alright. Alright. Oh man, ice hockey. It's not going good, guys. This is not the miracle on ice we were hoping for. We got one! I juked him. really said how to win the face-off, did it, in the manual? Oh, is that the end of the period? Alright, we're only losing 5-1. We had a rough start because I didn't realize I had to control the goalie at all times in addition to my own player. Come on, where's my defense? If I gotta be the goalie, someone else has to play D, right? It's messed up. I can't be a player and the goalie, right, Nintendo? Oh, I don't want to be that guy. I want to be a big guy who shoots. Oh, I almost had it set up. That's what I need to do. I need to take it behind the net. I need to take it behind the net with the fast guy and set something up. That's what I need. Oh, no, don't just put it right in the back of the net, dude. I didn't... Because you have to be the goalie the whole time. I can't even see him. Oh, no. Oh no. Come on. Guys, I can't get it. Someone else has to get it. Oh, the two skinny guys were battling. It's gonna be icing if I don't get there. Good thing I was not paying attention. Get it! Ah! I'm gonna just be the goalie because there's no, the players need to like get the puck. I can't be two players at one time, but it forces you to control both the goalie and a flashing player. Isn't that nuts? Like, you're always controlling two players at the same time. Oh look, the Zambonis. Oh nice. It's a nice little touch. Gotta resurface the ice, right? Was that one period, or was that 2 periods? No, it was 2. I don't feel like the 7 minutes is really 7 minutes then. 'Cause we just started playing. Didn't we? It hasn't been 14 minutes. In like real time. Dude, keep the puck away. Goalies. Like a wall. He's a wall. I can't get past him. Nothing gets past this guy. Okay, that's definitely offsides. Did they not call? It's a good thing they don't call offsides in this game because I think the computer has been offsides a lot. Somebody else check me on this. Definitely been offsides a lot. So apparently there's no offsides in this game. Look, I can't even bring my guys back. Right? Definitely no offsides in this game. Okay. So just do whatever you gotta do. No offsides. There is icing though for some reason. Get out of here. What? All I can do is look at the goalie when they're shooting, guys. So somebody else has to get it. I can't be the goalie and a different guy. How that little guy checked me. Totally knocked me down. Oh, what was that, goalie? Who are you tossing that one to? Oh, was that icing? Interesting. Maybe it was. I wasn't paying attention. Because I'm always thinking about controlling the goalie even when I've got the puck. How do you pass again? Because I haven't been able to figure out passing. Hold on. How do you pass the puck? Somebody tell me. Remind me how to pass. A passes, but it wasn't. I was pushing A and they weren't doing anything with the puck. They weren't doing anything at all with it. I don't know. I don't know about all this. Alright. We're going to be USA again, of course, obviously, against the Soviets, obviously. I don't know. Do we not have the right team? Look, they got two big guys on defense. Two big guys on D. What if I just go all fast guys? Let's do all skinny guys. No, let's do one big guy and three skinny guys. That's what we're doing. Yes. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. You got one big dude and three really fast dudes. That was bad, goalie. You need to actually, when I pass it, you need to actually pass it to someone. Oh, I see. The goalie just dumps it directly forward or to the left. Oh no. Look at my goaltending skills. Look at my goaltending skills. God, I'm good. Where's my defense? Can I get some defensemen here? Please. Here we go. Oh, gosh. They're so weak, right? Every time they bump into someone, the skinny guys just fall down. That ain't good. I just gotta tighten up my goaltending, that's all. Focus on the goaltending. It'll be alright. You're faster than all these other guys, so you just gotta skate around them. Just gotta skate around him. Look at him. Look at me go. I'm so fast. Oh, come on. I almost had it. Oh, that was set up so good. Guys, someone get a body on him, please. Got the fast guys going. Oh no, don't run into me. Good thing there's no offsides. Oh, come on, guys. Get in front of the net. You gotta deflect those. The big guy's just your setup man. He's just the setup man. What do you guys think of this game so far? I think it's cute. It's not too hard. Oh, did you just fight me? Got some shots on goal, right? Oh no. Guys, someone pick it up. Oh my gosh, they both just bounce off of him. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up! Oh, I got crushed. Just keeps getting crushed. Ah, pick up the puck! This puck handling is just so bad. Gotta get some bodies in front of the net for those rebounds, you know? Where's my team at? What's the AI in this game, man? That was like the best shot I had all game, and it was halfway across the rink. Oh my gosh. Whew. Guys, someone come back here. Where were they all going? Oh, it's at the end of the... Whew! I don't know. Ice hockey. Here we go. Zambonis. Going into period 3, all tied up. 0-0. 0-0. You know, now that we got the hang of it, actually the fact that at all times you are also controlling your goalie, that's the crazy part. That's not normal, right? Normally, I guess if you want to be the goalie, you can play the goalie, but in this game, you are always controlling the goalie, even when you're moving your flashing player. So you always have to be thinking about the goal and nothing else. Screened me. But, like, I'm also controlling a player, so if I'm looking at the goalie, that player is not doing anything productive. He's just going up and down like I am, because I'm controlling the goalie, essentially. Right? See? I'm the flashing player, but I'm also the goalie, so I need to control the goalie. Big slow guy. Oh! Ah! I like these little fast guys, but they don't have a good shot. But the big guy, he can just plow through everyone. Ah! Gotta get it tied up again. Don't have a lot of time left. Fast guy. Oh, ran into the goons. The goons on the other team. Like a wall. Oh no. Get back, get back. Oh, come on, I'm bigger than you. Jeez, these little guys, they're fast, but anyone touches them, they lose the puck. See? doesn't matter. Oh, come on, guys, don't run away. The AI on your own team is the thing in this game that doesn't quite work. The artificial intelligence of the computer-controlled players on your team. I'm getting my own rebounds because my players don't help. They don't get in front of the net. They're scared. They're real scared all the time of everything. Getting touched. I shouldn't have picked 3 skinny dudes. Next time we're just going to be all big dudes. Next game it's all big dudes. Nobody's going to knock me down. I just bounce off of everyone like a ping pong ball. Oh, goalie, what is that? Guys, in front of the opposing team. Don't stand behind them. Did you see how, like, the opposing team gets the puck and all of my players are going up ice? They're just all behind him. And it's like, well, I have to control the goalie. So I can't, like, focus on bringing a player back. Because I'm also controlling the goalie. Love it. Alright. Maybe we need to be a different country. What country should we be? Should we be the Canadians? I know, nice goalie skills is right, man. This game's all about goaltending. I let 8 in on the first game, I think. Only 2 that game, but that's okay. Alright, I'll be the Canadians, and we'll try the Swedes. How about that? But like I said, I want all big dudes. What do you think? So if you're joining us late, the way it works, and the computer-controlled AI is terrible, but this is the way it works in the manual. Whatever players are in position 1 and 3 are defense, 2 and 4 are offense, and 1 takes the face-off. There is an average guy. There's an average guy that it just says average across all his stats. And then there's a skinny guy that's fast and terrible at shooting and checking and face-offs. And then there's a big guy who's fantastic at shooting and fantastic at checking, but is terrible at face-offs and is very slow. So I think I want to try a bigger team. That's what we're going to do, I think. Just to see how it goes. Last game I was like 3 fast dudes and 1 big dude. That didn't work. Well, I don't know, kind of worked. Wow, who was that to? Is that the pass? Guys, defense, come back! Somebody come back! I can't control the players. How do I get them to come back and stand in front of the goal? Oh, man. Canada is green, yes. You might be curious, why is Canada green? I don't have the answer. Maybe they had to license the color red from Canada, the country, and they couldn't do it. At least as a big guy, like, I'm slow, but nobody can get the puck from me. You know what I mean? Like, nobody can, like, take it from me. Right? This guy's gonna try. See how he just dies? He just bounces off of me? Only other big guys, I think. Oh, look at that. Guys, somebody come help. Somebody come help. Everybody in front of the goal. Everybody in front of the goal now, okay? Screen myself with all my fat dudes standing in front of the goal. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is not my lineup. I thought it might be good, but it's not. I don't think it is. Get out of here. How did the skinny guy check me off the puck? What is the point of the stats? I don't understand this. Locked me up. If I try to play offense, I'm not paying attention to the goalie. I scored once in the first game. I did score. I've gotten a lot of shots off, but you can't really control your shots other than the power. So, you know, it is primitive for sure. I also just have to stare at the goalie the whole time and hope my computer AI will pick up the puck at some point. How? How did their skinny guys defeat my big guys in one-on-one matchups? How? I don't understand. I don't understand this at all. What are the stats for? What do they mean? Alright, we'll just do 3 average guys next time because 3 big guys is not actually working. Every time I touch someone, I fall. Like, literally every time I run into a person, I fall and lose the puck. Oh, there you go. There, oh, got it from me. I checked him that time. I got him. Whoa, ice hockey. Man! I don't know about this one, Nintendo. Come on, guys. Somebody get the puck. Oh, come on. That was my goal. That was my goal. Yeah! Got on the breakaway. That's one for you. I think you might be able to have 4 of a kind. 4 of a player. Like 4 big guys or 4 average guys. I just haven't tried because I always feel like, well, I should probably I should probably not talk while I'm goaltending and playing offense simultaneously with one controller. Controlling 2 players and commentating. God, Master G, you're good. Alright. Focus. Woo! That was good. I feel like I aimed that one. I feel like I did. Like when I wound up, I was holding that direction because I saw the goalie moving. Maybe you can aim your shots. It didn't feel like you could. But, no, now I gotta be a goalie. You know what I mean? Like as soon as the goalie's in the frame, I can't control any players. Guys, go get him. I can't be everyone. I have to be the goalie. One of the computer players has to go challenge him. It can't be me and playing goal. Guys, I have to be the goalie. One of you needs to get on him. Also, you might notice there's no offsides in this game. Thankfully. I said at the top of the show that I never did figure out offsides when I was a kid. If I had started with this game, it wouldn't have mattered because there is no offsides in this game. Only icing. There is icing, though. We saw that once. I got called for icing once. Can't get a good angle from the side. I need to be shooting from the center so I can direct the shot. Well, so far we haven't seen any penalties or fights, but the instruction manual does say, like, checking. I think it's when they, like, vibrate a lot, like when they're obviously bumping into one another, but sometimes they, like, lock up and, like, vibrate. The sprites do. I think that's, like, when you're at risk of getting a penalty. We haven't seen any penalties called yet, though. No power plays or anything like that. But as far as fights, I don't know if there's any, like, real fights. It'd be nice if there was. That would be a fun little mini game. God, their passing is fast. Woo! Didn't see my goalie until it was too late. Ah! Couldn't get it. Couldn't wrangle the puck in time. Dude! Goalie, what is this? When I push A to pass it, you need to pass it to a player. Disappointed in that one. Like, I don't know why the goalie... Oh, man, that was... What was that? I mean, the passes don't make sense. The passes aren't smart. I'll tell you that. What? How did the little guy get that puck from me? Forget it. No way. No way. I need to check a lot more. See, like, I think that was like a fight. But you can get a penalty called for that if well, I don't know. I mean, I don't actually know how, because I haven't seen it. And I've gotten roughed up enough times in this game that, oh, dude, just take the puck. Why would you skate away from it? You put the puck right in front of you and you just skated away from it. I don't understand. Computer AI for your team is bad. It's real bad. Wow, you just checked 2 of us to the ground. I can't even see the goalie, which I'm controlling, and he doesn't smartly move. Ugh. Ugh! This game. The Green Canadians. I have to control the goalie, but I also have to control all of the other players. Brutal. It's no NHL 94, you said it. I think this is like known to be, I could be wrong, but I think this is known to be the best hockey game on the NES. The other options you have are not as good for different reasons. Like speed and difficulty level, and it's just too hard. This is the slowest speed. There's 5 total speeds, and this is the slowest. Yeah, there's a Gretzky licensed hockey game we'll get to at some point on the show, and Blades of Steel, which we will also get to at some point on the show. I think there is real fighting in that one, but the Gretzky one is, I don't think, any good either. I don't know, though. I mean, I don't want to cloud your judgment. They're different. Like, this one's kind of cutesy and simple, like overly simplified. And I think that's why it works, if that makes sense. I kind of touched on that at the beginning of the show. Like, that oversimplification actually helps because the technology was not good enough to create a compelling AI for the computer players. So just keeping it simple and cartoony probably did this one some favors. I think the other ones try to be too realistic, and it's just very difficult to execute because the NES hardware is not up to the challenge, so to speak. Alright, we got Team USA. We'll try Team USA versus Russia again. And what should we do for our team here? I don't even know, man. I tried a lot of combinations and none of them excelled. The only goals I've ever scored were with the big guy, because he's the only one who can hang on to the puck. Because, I mean, with the other guys, people just run up to you and touch you and you lose the puck, so you can't, like, wind up for a shot, because anybody that bumps into you takes it. But if you're the big guy, you can kind of wind up for a shot and people will run into you and bounce off. That's why I kind of think the big guy, I have to have one big guy, just for the sake of being able to shoot. I don't know, let's just try 3 average dudes. See what that's like. All average dudes. Guys, I need someone. Like, all of my players are just goofing off. Way off in the distance. No one will come help me. They're just like, oh, goalie, you got it. You got it, goalie. You don't need us. You're good, right? You're good, goalie. You got it. God almighty. That's the thing that's inherently broken with this game. The fact that you have to control a player and the goalie, which means you're always 4-on-3. Anytime it's on your side of the ice, you're always 4-on-3. Because when you move your goalie up and down, that other player you just happen to be also controlling is just moving up and down like a goof, you know? That skinny guy just beat the crap out of me somehow. Even though statistically, he should never be able to. Oh gosh. I'm about ready to call it on this game already. It doesn't matter what combination the computer player has, I think. They're just all equally good at everything. Shooting, checking. What is this? What is this? Come on. Everybody get down here. It's time to play defense. There we go. There we go. We got one on the board. Never give up. It's a miracle on ice today. We're going to have our own miracle on ice. I'm going to come back and win this one. Ah, he was behind the net. But I had already wound up, so I just went for it. This guy's got moves. Oh, that was in. Wasn't a hard enough shot, though. Dude, throw it, pass it. Oh, God. I don't know what the goalie pass mechanic is. Like, he never passes it anywhere I'm directing it on my D-pad. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like holding down up and I press A to pass and he just passes it straight forward. I'm holding straight forward to pass and he passes it straight down or something. You know what I mean? To no one. There's no one there. Guys, I have to play goalie. Will someone come back and defend? Trying to put together a miracle on ice for you all today. Oh no. I couldn't even see the goalie, so I don't know where he's at. Oh no. Trying to control a player. Really, they could just shoot from their side of the ice and they'd probably go in 50% of the time because I'm controlling a player and not looking at the goalie or not thinking about the goalie. No offsides. See? Where's the penalty? Where's the penalty, ref? Come on, stripes. See, I'm up at the top controlling that player, so naturally the goalie's also stuck up there because I'm also controlling the goalie at all times. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Guys, I don't think we're going to get our miracle on ice today. Oh, good. Great. Where's the penalty? Where's the penalties here, guys? It said there were penalties in this game. I'm getting the crap beat out of me. Getting the crap beat out of me, not a single penalty called. And the goalie can't leave the crease either. That's another fun aspect of the game. Puck's right in front of him, but he can't go grab it because he's trapped. He's trapped in this box here. Oh yeah, icing on them. There's a penalty, sort of. I'd like to get some help for all the interference calls. Jeez, ref. Pathetic. There's just too many bodies. Why does the computer-controlled AI all get back and stand in front of the goal? But when I'm playing defense, my guys are just goofing around. Like, they're just skating all over the place like idiots. There's like 3 of them up at the top. There's no opponents there. I don't know what they're doing up there. Oh, God. Post. Did you see that one? Guys, come back. Guys, come back. Everybody back. Alright, it's just going to be the goaltender show. Oh, man. Oh, man. It's a good thing Paraplui named today's, or made a cocktail in support of the Russians. It is like a white Russian, right? You know, so I mean, you know, maybe she's secretly a communist. I don't know. Soviet. It's a good drink, though. Oh, man. Guys, there's one period left here, and I do not like our chances to put 9 on the board. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think the Miracle on Ice is in the cards today. Not for this ice hockey game on the original Nintendo. Ah, come on. At least I had a guy in front to get the rebound. They're learning. They're learning the kind of play I expect from my teammates here. You know? If you're going to make me take all the shots, if the computer AI is not capable of shooting, then I need a computer AI to stand in front of the net and screen and get rebounds, you know? That was the first time I saw one of them there. Whew. Bad computer-controlled intelligence in this game. That's its downfall, really. It's just random, and it feels like that, right? It feels like just a random number generator. Like, look, all 4 of them are in front of the net. Where's my team? Where's my team? I have to be the goalie. I have to. Don't have a choice. I can't control. Like, I can't even see my players. I don't know where they are. None of them are coming back to collect that puck. See how I just bounce off of the big guys when I try to check them? Anytime I touch a player, I basically just fall on my face. We did put a few in the net today, so we know it's possible. Just get touched. See, that's why I think you need all big guys, because they're the only ones who can, like, not lose the puck every time they get touched by another player. You know, everybody else, the moment they get touched by a player, they lose the puck. There's no defending it. Like, you can't defend yourself against it. You can skate around them. Maybe if you get all fast guys, you can just skate around the other team. Nobody can ever get to you to touch you to begin with. But, I mean, there's nothing that can be done there. Even the goalie knocks me on my butt. That's it. 12-1, folks. Miracle on Ice not in the cards today, my friends. I think we're going to call it because, you know, I think we've seen everything there is to see. Except, let's do high speed. Just to wrap things up. We'll see what high speed actually looks like. See if that's possible. And we'll, you know, just for the fun of it, since we are doing high speed, let's just do the fastest players, all skinny guys. What do you think? All skinny guys on the fastest speed. Are you ready? Are you ready? Against apparently 3 big dudes and an average dude. This is not going to go well, guys. Oh, wow, this is fast. Really? Really? What? What? Oh, man. Alright, so I'm just going to be playing goalie this whole game. Right? Because there's no way I'm going to be able to control anything. I'm all little guys against all big dudes. But I have the goalie. Ho! 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 Highlight reel! Highlight reel! Look at me go! Master G, best goalie that ever lived. Look at him. Look at him. He's a wall. God. Get out of here. Get that out of here. Stuffed. 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 Done. It's my territory. What's that? 50 shots? 50 shots on goal in the first 2 minutes? Oh, I love it. Alright. It's a pity we didn't discover this sooner in the episode. I mean, I'm never going to control the puck. I'll tell you that right now. Because I can't react to the goalie moves that I need to do and control players at the same time. Oh, I almost had it. Oh, get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Oh, he's so fast. If I can just control the puck for a second, I can maybe just run up and score. Oh god. Oh god. All right, I got the puck. Guys, I got the puck. Nobody can touch me. Oh, I'm so fast. I'm so fast. I'm so fast. Shot! Oh no, it's goalie time, guys. It's goalie time again. Yeah. 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 Oh god. And like their movements, like what are the computer players doing? They're doing weird things. Why don't they skate normal? What? What? Stop. Stop. Guys, defense. Defense. Where's the defense? Give me some defensemen. I need some help. This goalie's a god. He's so good. Breakaway! Oh, I couldn't shoot fast enough because everything's going so quick. Oh, what's that guy doing? That guy was just hanging out down there in the corner banging his head into the glass over and over again. This icing call. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, I tried to just tuck it in the corner. I don't think that's a thing you can do in this game, though. Alright, well that was fun. That was fun, but I think we are going to call it. I think we are going to call it for the gameplay segment. We're going to take a 3-minute commercial break so I can collect myself. And we'll be back with a really excellent bar trivia segment. Bar Trivia Challenge, something we always do at the end of every NES Happy Hour live show. I have prepared 5 multiple choice questions that have to do with this game in one way or another, or aspects of this game. Most of them are trivia about hockey, Miracle on Ice type stuff. It's all kind of fun. So you want to stick around for that, but we're going to take a 3-minute commercial break, and we'll be back here in a bit. So freshen up your drink, grab some snacks, use the restroom, be back here in 3 minutes. We'll see you then. All right, folks, we're back. I hope you enjoyed that gameplay. I had a lot of fun. I'm almost hoarse yelling at the screen just because of how exciting that ice hockey gameplay was. So even though I got utterly stomped, I'm still having a great time on today's show. I hope you're enjoying yourself. So cheers. As we always do, we wrap up every episode of the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G with a little segment we call the Bar Trivia Challenge. I put the chat up here. So if any of you are watching along at home, I would encourage you to shout out your answers, make fun of the questions, and just put your thoughts in the chat up there, because we'll see it. Everyone will see it up there on the show. One thing you should know, even if you're not watching us on Twitch, if you're watching on the website in that module, if you look to the right-hand side of your screen, you might see a little arrow, a little triangle icon that will expand the chat window. So if you haven't found that yet and you're watching on our website instead of on Twitch with your Twitch login, go ahead and pop that open and you can participate by typing in that chat there. I think you might have to be logged into Twitch first, but you should get yourself a Twitch login so you can become a loyal fan and follower of the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G, something that's totally free to do and goes a long way in supporting the stream. All right, without further ado, I bring you the Bar Trivia Challenge, Ice Hockey Edition. Are you ready? As stated before, 5 multiple choice questions. I usually come up with 5 questions and then I rearrange them depending on which I think are the easiest and which I think are the hardest. And I usually save the most fun one that I had fun writing for last, so it's not always the hardest, but it's always my favorite. I don't think today is any exception, but we'll see. Let's get right into it. Question number 1, folks. Which current National Hockey League team in the U.S. was actually founded by the Walt Disney Company? Was it A, the Florida Panthers? Was it B, the Tampa Bay Lightning? Was it C, the Anaheim Ducks? Or was it D, the Minnesota Wild? One of these teams was actually founded in the NHL by the Walt Disney Company. Which one was it? You have 10 seconds to think about it, and the clock starts now. Doesn't look like we got any takers in the chat. I gotta warn you though, this is actually one of the easiest ones, so you should jump in on this one, because the answer is C, the Anaheim Ducks. Yes, an expansion team. They used to be the Mighty Ducks. Why? Because Disney had just come out with the movie The Mighty Ducks, and yeah, that's what the team was based on. I guess it was kind of like a promotional thing. I don't know. But yeah, they made a team after the movie, the Disney movie, featuring the Mighty Ducks came out. They called them the Ducks, and they ended up in Anaheim there. So that is the answer, C. All right, you ready for a second one? That was a warm-up one, just to get you thinking, hockey. If you're not already thinking hockey from seeing that ridiculous show I just put on. Question number 2: the Miracle on Ice U.S. win over the Soviets was not actually the gold medal game in that Olympics there. In the final match for the U.S., a loss would have actually given the Soviets the gold on points. Which nation did the U.S. actually beat to earn the gold medal after the Miracle on Ice win over the Soviets? Did they have to beat A, Finland? Did they have to beat B, Sweden? Was it C, Canada? Or was it D, Denmark? Yes, that's right. The Miracle on Ice game, U.S. against the Soviets, That was not for the gold medal. That was to get into a potential for a gold medal on points. And because of how the Soviets performed previously, if the U.S. lost that final game they played, they might have still lost the gold medal to the Soviets, even though they had beaten them in the Miracle on Ice game. But which team did they have to beat in the final game to earn the gold medal? 10 seconds. Clock starts now. If you're thinking about it, I'll give you a second. Put your votes in the chat. Come on, guys. Where you at? Put them up there. The answer, of course, is Finland. They squared off against Finland after the Miracle on Ice game and managed to pull out a victory in that game in order to secure the gold medal. Yeah, crazy. People don't remember that. I think it's not quite prominently featured in those movies. Yeah, so question number 3. The first organized indoor hockey game took place on March 3rd, 1875. It actually featured 2 9-player teams. The first puck, right? The puck we know and love today, the wooden puck. And goals that were actually 8 feet from post to post. Where was that inaugural contemporary ice hockey game held? Was it held in Boston, in the USA? Was it held in St. Petersburg, Russia? Was it held in Helsinki, Finland? Or was it held in Montreal, Canada? Think about it. You have 10 seconds, and I'm starting the clock right now. Any guesses? Anybody got any guesses? Anyone playing at home? Well, if you guessed D, Montreal, Canada, you would be correct. I think I was trying to throw you off the scent on this one. Obviously, it's Canadian, right? But I think all those other 3 are good alternatives. But no, that first game was not played in Boston, St. Petersburg, or Helsinki. It was played in Montreal. So I suppose they can claim the first contemporary hockey game the way we know it today, indoors and with a format and a puck. Although 2 9-player teams, that seems bananas, right? I mean, I would have liked a few extra players in today's game. I mean, 4 I don't think is quite enough. But can you imagine if there were 9 players on my team up there? Maybe I could have gotten a few of them to stand in front of the goal and help me out on defense. But no. 4-on-4 in this game. Those of you know it's 5-on-5 in what we know of as hockey today with the goalie, right? I guess the NES hardware probably couldn't handle that many sprites on the screen, so they switched it to 4-on-4. All right. We have 2 more questions left. Let's get to the 4th one. We did just briefly mention the movies, which don't seem to always feature the fact that the Miracle on Ice game was not the gold medal game. But this 4th question is about movies. The 2004 film Miracle by Disney was actually not the first feature-length film made about the Miracle on Ice, because ABC had released a made-for-TV movie in 1981, shortly after those Olympics. Which actor starred in that film as goalie Jim Craig? Yes, that made-for-TV ABC movie, I think it was called Miracle on Ice. It was the actual first movie about the Miracle on Ice, not Disney's 2004 movie with, what was it? Was it Kurt Russell in that one, I think? But in the ABC made-for-TV movie, which actor starred in that film as the goalie, the goalie from the U.S. team, Jim Craig? Was it Tony Danza? Was it Steve Guttenberg? Was it David Hasselhoff? You know, the Baywatch guy, Knight Rider? Or was it Ted Danson? Cheers. You know Ted Danson from Cheers from that era. Those are your choices. Tony Danza, Steve Guttenberg, David Hasselhoff, Ted Danson. All familiar sitcom actors. All pretty dang famous at the time, if I'm not mistaken. But only one of them could play the goalie Jim Craig in ABC's made-for-TV movie Miracle on Ice. Which one was it? You have 10 seconds and the clock, it starts now. Yes, if you guess B, you are correct. The always likable Steve Guttenberg played the goalie Jim Craig in that movie. Pretty prominent role in ABC's film. Tony Danza, David Hasselhoff, Ted Danson, all would have been hilarious choices to star in that film. But it was, in fact, B, Steve Guttenberg. All right, guys, we have one question left. The fifth and final question in today's Bar Trivia Challenge is: the night before the Miracle on Ice Olympic match between the Soviets and the U.S., that very same U.S. goalie, real life, Jim Craig, he played an arcade game with Soviet player Sergei Makarov in the Olympic Village arcade, because it was the 80s. Obviously, there was an arcade full of Atari games. The night before, that goalie played arcade games with a Soviet player in that arcade, but which game were they playing? It's a well-known bit of Olympic history, video game history, trivia from many different angles, many different layers. Was it A, Pac-Man, that they were competing on together the night before the Miracle on Ice? Were they competing on B, Donkey Kong, in the arcade there in the Olympic Village? Was it C, Galaga? Or was it D, Centipede? All four great games, classics from that era. Only one of them were the two of these folks playing together the night before the Miracle on Ice game, interestingly enough. Competing very, very strongly against one another for those high scores all night before that game. Which game were they playing, though? Think about it. You have 10 seconds. The clock, it starts now. This will be one you'll remember in case you're ever on Jeopardy. Any guesses? Anyone want to take a stab at this one? I don't think we're going to get... Oh, the right answer, of course, is D, Centipede. That's the weirdest one, right? Because most people know Pac-Man. It makes sense. You know, Donkey Kong everybody loves. I put Galaga in there because that's probably my favorite from that era. The shooters from the early 80s arcade game. But no, they were playing Centipede. And they were getting into it. And they were loving it. And they were having a great time. And it's a well-known bit of trivia. I guess Olympic trivia, Miracle on Ice trivia, hockey trivia, video game trivia, but the two of them, man, they squared off in some sort of die-hard epic battle in the Olympic Village arcade the night before that Miracle on Ice game to see who was the best at Centipede. So that's nice to see. Middle of the Cold War era, the Soviets and the U.S. getting ready to battle in the Olympics. U.S. huge underdogs. It's nice to see two human beings bonding together over their shared love for video games. And that's really what it's all about, folks, right? I will let you know if you are watching this show, if you're a youngster, if you were born after the year 2000, if you've been into gaming your whole life, and you're up there on Twitch, you're watching streamers, you're playing all these multiplayer online games, whatever they are, you guys are all just trolls. I mean, you're ruthless to one another. Video games weren't like that back in my day, I think you'll find when you get tired of those attitudes and playing with those other players in your modern games, you will find that the retro gaming community is the complete opposite. We're all old dudes here. We're all very passionate about the 80s and 90s. We are not a group of enthusiasts that would put anyone down or turn anyone away from video games. So I would encourage you to become a member of the retro gaming community, even if you don't start collecting. Check out some of the content you see online. It doesn't always have to be Fortnite, kids. All right? Aren't we all a little bit tired of Fortnite? Can we just say that? Right? There were other games, but, check out the retro games. They're a lot of fun, and the retro gaming community is one of the best I've ever been a part of. Hands down, bar none. There's no negativity. Everybody loves it. Everybody's nostalgic. People treat each other with decency and respect. And it's a lot of fun because there is so much history, there is so much variety, there are so many different types of games. And that's what we do on the show. I'm going to share with you every game from my collection. It might take me 5 or 6 years to get through the whole NES library, but if I own it, if I have a copy, if I have the manual, if I got a box behind me, I'm going to share it with you. And we're going to play it together, and we're going to have a lot of fun as we do, drinking, cheers, and enjoying ourselves. So, we hope you check us out. If you haven't found the website already, it's www.fitsandmasterg.com, all one word, fitsandmasterg. Go to that website first. From there, you can click on the big YouTube button, pop on over to the YouTube channel to watch reruns. You can click subscribe, which is totally free to do on YouTube and goes a long way in supporting the show. You can find that big purple Twitch button on our website. If you haven't discovered us on Twitch live, click on that. Follow us on Twitch. You can watch the shows live as they air in person. Participate in the chat. Play the bar trivia. Make fun of me as I get my butt whooped in all these old NES games from the 80s. And there's also a link on there for Twitter. So if you just want to stay in the loop, you're going to want to follow us on Twitter at HeyMasterG. I post a lot of content when I'm preparing for the shows. Bits about the manual, bits about the history, adverts, screenshots, funny quips, things like that. But most importantly, I'll let you know on Twitter what's happening. So you'll know when the next season's starting. You'll know what episode's coming up. You'll know when we go live, so you'll never miss out. So if nothing else, just give us a follow on Twitter so you don't miss out on what's coming up. And yeah, that's about it. We appreciate your support. We love seeing you on each and every episode of the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G, and we hope you join us again tomorrow. I will plug tomorrow's show, Friday Fun Day, where we feature usually bad, weird, odd, ridiculous games that don't quite work. There are a lot of games like that in the NES library, and tomorrow's no exception. But we're going to be playing a movie game, and we're going to be playing a movie game about a fairly awesome movie. Some might call it a dad movie. You might have heard of this movie. It was the first movie to feature Jack Ryan, the character, and that movie is The Hunt for Red October. Submarine movie from the Russian Cold War era featuring Sean Connery as a Russian, Alec Baldwin as Jack Ryan, and a lot of submarine trivia too. I mean, there's so much submarine stuff and information in that movie. I think that's why it's become a dad movie. If you haven't seen the movie, you gotta watch it. I mean, you're crazy if you haven't seen The Hunt for Red October. As far as the Hunt for Red October NES games go, it remains to be seen. We'll experience it together live tomorrow. If it's a total turd, we'll laugh our way all the way through to the end. And if it actually turns out to be a great game, I'll be really pleased because that's the game we're playing tomorrow. We have another great cocktail, and as you can imagine, the trivia segment is pretty spectacular because it's got a lot to do with that movie. And I'm sure some of our older audience members would love to participate in that bar trivia challenge tomorrow when we play The Hunt for Red October together on the show. Same time, same place, 4 o'clock Eastern, live on Twitch. If you miss it, you can always watch it later on the YouTube channel. We hope to see you then, though. But for now, I will be signing off. So please have a good night, stay safe, and come back and join us for another episode of the NES Happy Hour sometime soon. Thanks.